Before beginning the installation, gather the necessary tools like spirit level ruler, square ruler, thermometer, pencil, cutter, tape measure, pull-back hook. Clean the ground surface to maintain cleanliness for installation. Use a level to measure the evenness of the ground surface. The ground height difference should be within 2 mm. Move the flooring to the room where it will be installed and let it acclimate to the environmental temperature for at least 24 hours. Measure the temperature of the installation environment to ensure it falls within the acceptable range, and prepare wedges as needed for expansion joints. Floor installation. Please carefully read the installation instructions on the packaging box, then unpack and remove the flooring. Choose the starting wall edge for laying the floor and place wedges to leave an expansion joint of 8 to 10 mm. Position the first plank of flooring against the wall, snugly against the wedges. Then, insert the short end of the second plank into the groove of the first plank, and continue installing in sequence, extending outward. When laying flooring against the opposite wall, cut the flooring to fit the remaining installation length in this row. Cut the flooring that needs to be trimmed opposite to the grooves of the installed flooring. After cutting, rotate the flooring 180 degrees and lay a portion of it at the end of the current row while installing the other portion at the starting position of the second row. If the remaining length of the previous row is less than 20 centimeters, recut half of a plank for the next row or use a full plank to start, ensuring staggered installation. Then, proceed to install the next plank. Long edge flooring installation. To install the long edge of the flooring, place board B near boards A and C. First, insert the short end of board B into the groove of board A, locking it in place. Then, lift the outer edge of boards A and B slightly, at an angle of 20 to 45 degrees from the ground. Apply slight pressure to push board B towards board C, locking it in place. Once locked, lay boards A and B flat to complete the installation. Quick assembly for multi-plank flooring connections. Cut one plank into smaller pieces to use as connecting blocks for fixation. Connect the short edges of two planks together and use small pieces of flooring to insert into the edges at the joint to secure the connection. Then, install the assembled long strip of flooring as a whole. The flooring installation pattern. The correct way to lay the flooring is in a staggered pattern, forming a staggered layout. Avoid laying the planks in a straight, parallel manner. Continue installing in this staggered pattern, completing the remaining portion of the flooring. Flooring edging. When installing near walls or corners, if the flooring shape or size doesn't fit properly, cut the flooring according to the shape of the installation area before proceeding with installation. L-shaped corner edging. To begin at a corner, place wedges in the corner first. Then, align the flooring to be installed parallel to the already laid flooring, with one edge snug against the wedge at the L-shaped corner. Use a square ruler against the laid flooring on one side and against the wall wedge on the other side to draw a line. Repeat this process for the other perpendicular edge. Use a utility knife along the lines drawn, and at the intersection point of the two lines, drill a hole with an electric drill. Break off the flooring along the cutting line, and then proceed with installation. U-shaped corner edging. To start at the corner, place wedges in the corner first. Take a piece of flooring to be installed and position it where it will be laid. Use one side of a square ruler against the installed flooring and the other side against the wall wedge to draw a line. Use the same method to determine the width of the opening at the U-shaped corner. Then, use a ruler to measure the distance from the already laid flooring to the wall wedge and draw a line. Use a cutter to cut along with a square ruler to cut along the line. At the intersection point of the lines, you can use an electric drill to make a hole. Then, break the flooring along the cutting line for installation. When encountering areas that are difficult to operate with both hands during edging, you can use a pry bar. First, tilt the protruding edge of the flooring into the groove. Then, in areas where the edge has not fully entered the groove, assist with pressing down while using the pry bar to hook onto the flooring. Apply slight force to pull it backward to complete the installation. Common installation mistakes. The correct installation method involves inserting the protruding edge into the groove. Do not attempt to insert the groove into the protruding edge. Improper installation in this manner can damage the locking mechanism and result in poor alignment, affecting the effectiveness of the flooring. Second, hammering should not be used to force the installation. The correct method involves gently ensuring the locking mechanism is properly aligned and allowing it to naturally click into place. Using excessive force can damage the flooring and result in improper installation. Third, straight joint installation. The correct installation should form an arch shape, not a straight line. Fourth, install without following a specific sequence. Install short edge first, then long edge. Don't do it the other way around. Fifth, leave expansion joints. When installing, leave a gap of 8 to 10 mm along the wall. Don't start laying the flooring right against the wall. Accessory installation. After laying the floor, remove all wedges along the walls. Install skirting boards along the room's edges. Adjust the miter saw to a 45-degree angle and cut the corners of the skirting boards at a 45-degree angle. Apply adhesive to the back of the skirting boards and attach them to the walls. For large areas, if the length or width of the flooring exceeds 8 meters, leave a gap of 8 to 10 mm for expansion joints. Install edge trim by applying adhesive to the back of the trim and fitting it into the expansion joint. You can choose from various types of edge trims, including wood, composite, and metal, based on your preferences. Maintenance tips for flooring. For better protection of the floor surface after flooring installation, clean the floor thoroughly and apply floor wax as a protective layer. Installation completed. Once installation is complete, you can place furniture. To reduce indentation from direct pressure and prevent scratches from sharp edges being dragged across the floor, consider using cushion pads under furniture legs.